Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Counting on Jinger Duggar shares terrifying experience after childbirth. Counting on alum Jinger Duggar Vuolo is back with a new podcast video amid her pregnancy journey with Jeremy. The two have been celebrating their upcoming third baby. They decided to keep it a secret first, especially from their kids, as they were afraid they might spill the news to family members. However, Jinger's latest vlog features a horrifying story as she shares a traumatic experience after childbirth. Counting on, when is Jinger Duggar due? According to Jinger, she will welcome her third child in March 2025. But she and Jeremy will host a gender reveal party before the big day, and many Counting On fans are already predicting the baby's gender. In one of her recent vlogs, Jinger revealed that only a few family members know about her baby's gender. One of them is Jessa, who was the first person to pick up the results of her tests in Arkansas. Jinger is the second pregnant Duggar in the family today, next to Katie, who is expecting twin baby girls with Jed. Jinger shares terrifying experience after first child. Jinger recently uploaded a podcast featuring a traumatic story from when she gave birth to Felicity. According to the former Counting On star, she had a horrible medical experience shortly after welcoming her first child. She said that she was already doing great after giving birth to Felicity. However, she was given one dose of medicine that she could no longer remember, which gave her so much pain. She added, "They gave me some serious, I was going to say hard drug. It was bad." She further explained that she was shaking in the car on their way back home, and she was feeling horrible. Due to this, Jinger Duggar Vuolo decided that she would no longer take any medicines post-birth. She said, "And to this day, I don't know what that medicine was they gave me, but I will never let them do that again. When I leave the hospital, I'm like, I am fine, I feel great. Don't give me any meds. I will take my own, if I need to." Counting on, will Jinger Duggar document growing family on TV? Jinger Duggar Vuolo also talked about the possibility of her family's reality TV comeback in one of her IG stories Q&A. According to the Counting On alum, she grew up in front of the cameras and felt like it was a normal thing to have a film crew around her every day. But it was something that she didn't want her kids to experience today. But it seems she's not closing her doors to such opportunities by saying, "I don't know." The glossy Instagram images of Jinger Duggar Vuolo's life often show a picture-perfect world: her radiant smile, her husband Jeremy Vuolo's supportive embrace, and their two adorable daughters frolicking in sunlit parks. But behind the filtered snapshots, Jinger recently revealed a harrowing ordeal that unfolded after the birth of her youngest daughter, Evangeline Jo. In a heartfelt blog post that left fans stunned, Jinger shared the terrifying details of a postpartum complication that shook her family to its core. Her experience serves as a stark reminder of the unpredictable challenges women face after childbirth, no matter how idyllic their lives may appear. A difficult journey. Evangeline's arrival in November 2020 had been much anticipated. Jinger had documented her pregnancy journey on social media, sharing updates with her followers and expressing gratitude for a healthy baby after suffering a heartbreaking miscarriage the previous year. But what happened after Evangeline's birth was something she hadn't prepared for. The delivery went smoothly, Jinger recounted. Evangeline came into the world crying, healthy, and beautiful. I was exhausted but overjoyed. Jeremy was by my side, and everything felt perfect. However, a few days later, the perfection gave way to panic. Jinger began experiencing severe pain and dizziness that refused to subside. The terrifying symptoms begin. At first, I thought it was normal postpartum recovery, Jinger explained. Everyone talks about the sleepless nights, the discomfort, and the emotional ups and downs. But this felt different. It was like my body was trying to tell me something wasn't right. The symptoms escalated quickly. Jinger described moments where she felt her heart racing uncontrollably, cold sweats overtaking her body, and a persistent, sharp pain in her lower abdomen. I tried to push through, she admitted. I told myself I just needed rest and that I couldn't let this ruin our time bonding with Evangeline. But when she fainted in their living room while holding her newborn, Jeremy insisted they rush to the hospital. A race against time. Jeremy, visibly shaken as he recounted the incident on their family podcast, described it as one of the scariest moments of his life. She was pale, her lips were turning blue, and I thought I was going to lose her, he said. At the hospital, doctors immediately began running tests. Jinger recalls the overwhelming fear as medical staff swarmed her, asking questions and administering fluids. I remember looking at Jeremy, tears streaming down my face, and saying, "Please take care of the girls if something happens to me." It was a moment of raw vulnerability I'll never forget, she shared. The diagnosis. After hours of testing, doctors delivered the chilling diagnosis: a severe postpartum hemorrhage had caused significant blood loss, leading to hypovolemic shock. They explained that part of her placenta had not been fully expelled during delivery, causing internal bleeding that her body had been struggling to manage. It was like the world stopped, Jinger wrote. I didn't even know this could happen days after childbirth. I felt betrayed by my own body. The doctors quickly prepared Jinger for an emergency procedure to remove the retained placenta and stop the bleeding. Jeremy stayed by her side until she was wheeled into surgery. I kissed her forehead and prayed like I've never prayed before, Jeremy recalled. I was terrified, but I also knew she was in God's hands. The long road to recovery. The procedure was successful, but the ordeal didn't end there. Jinger spent several days in the hospital recovering, her body weak from blood loss. Every moment felt like a battle, Jinger shared. I missed Felicity and Evangeline terribly, and I worried about the toll this was taking on Jeremy. Once she returned home, the emotional scars became apparent. Jinger admitted to struggling with anxiety and recurring nightmares about the experience. I'd wake up in a cold sweat, hearing the beeping of hospital machines in my head, she said. I knew I needed help. With Jeremy's encouragement, Jinger sought therapy to address her postpartum trauma. It wasn't easy, she said. In our community, there's sometimes a stigma around seeking professional help, but I knew I couldn't heal on my own. A message of hope. Today, Jinger is in a much better place. While the experience left her shaken, it also deepened her gratitude for life and her loved ones. Every time I hold Evangeline, I'm reminded of how close I came to not being here to see her grow up, she said. It's a humbling and sobering thought, but it's also made me cherish every moment. Jinger has since become an advocate for maternal health, using her platform to raise awareness about postpartum complications and the importance of listening to one's body. Too many women suffer in silence, thinking they have to tough it out, she said. I want them to know it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to demand answers when something feels wrong. She also credited her faith for giving her the strength to overcome such a terrifying ordeal. I leaned on God more than ever during that time, Jinger shared. I believe He used this experience to teach me resilience and to show me the power of community, prayer, and perseverance. The Vuolo family today. Life in the Vuolo household has returned to a new normal. Jinger and Jeremy continue to juggle parenting, work, and their ministry efforts, but they've also made a conscious effort to slow down and prioritize their health and well-being. We've learned to treasure the little things, Jeremy said. Whether it's a family walk or a quiet night at home, we don't take anything for granted anymore. Jinger's openness about her postpartum ordeal has struck a chord with her followers, many of whom have thanked her for sharing her story. "You're not alone," Jinger said in a recent Instagram post, addressing her fans. "Motherhood is beautiful, but it can also be hard and scary. Let's support each other through it all." A call to action. In addition to sharing her story, Jinger has partnered with several organizations dedicated to maternal health. She hopes to use her platform to advocate for better postpartum care and to encourage women to prioritize their health. "Becoming a mother is one of life's greatest joys, but it shouldn't come at the cost of your well-being," she said. "Let's work together to ensure every mom gets the care and support she deserves." Jinger's journey from fear to advocacy is a testament to her resilience and determination. Her story reminds us that even in the face of unimaginable challenges, there is hope, strength, and the opportunity to make a difference.